on the blue, Albertson Stadium in Boise, Idaho. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Gales and the Boise State Broncos. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Thanks, guys. I did check in with the Boise State head coach before the game. He understands the importance of this game as a separator in the conference standings. With both teams undefeated, some games under their belt, this will be a great test for his team to see if they are on track to make it to the conference championship. He wants their total focus, their total composure, and their total attention today in this crucial conference matchup. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Now the Gales ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Broncos offense will have the football first. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And I'm just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got two guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
He was not fooled on that one. A lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle from us.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Wide open downfield. All kinds of room to the right. He's at the touchdown, Broncos. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And they talked about his speed all week, but it's one thing to talk about. It's another thing to see it. You see that young man out wide, man. He can fly, and he runs right by the defense. They take a shot early, Palmer. They find the speedster, and he finds the end zone.
And I think the defensive coordinator right now is just kicking himself because you're right. I mean, they watched film all week long. You've seen this guy torch defenses. You cannot play coverages that allow this guy to take the top off and get behind your back line. That right there is just a big mistake defensively, a bad call, and kudos to the offense for finding the matchup and making them pay.
And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. He is that guy outside that they can trust. Interested to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
I like this coaching staff scheming fade routes out in the field. We're so used now in college football to seeing those throws only down in the end zone. But, hey, you've got a lot of green grass to throw to. Press man coverage gives you the opportunity. Take the shot.
They had this offense backed up. Now they have to be staggering. Can they deliver another punch on 1st and 10 from inside the 40? Runs through the tackle. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. He got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in
maybe a crease. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gales!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one.
Great, let's go.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Breaks into the open. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. Guys, let's take just a minute and talk about Boise State. It's not the end of the world. This is not one of those be-all, end-all games that we used to have in a different era. But certainly for the winner, clear shot at a conference title and perhaps a spot in the college football playoff. And there he goes at the 30. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Broncos!
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Gales offense onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Big run from deep in his own end, and he's out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. To the ground, he's got it again.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. The blue turf rumbling on this third down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the D. He'll off one deep down the left side. He's got it way down the field.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Now the Gales are flying down the field. Give to the running back. Finding some room. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Gales! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. And you saw it right there.
And the extra point is good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Broncos offense to start the drive. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Second down coming up. Right back to the well. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Throwing, Imaliava. Under fire. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fires into traffic, picked off.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Here comes the Gales offense onto the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by turning it on. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gales!
I'll tell you what, Palmer, offensive coordinators, they script these things, right? And they get with you, and what do you like? What do you want to run? So far, the script is perfect. Like, everything going off as they wanted to. This is about as good a start for an offense as you can draw up.
And it's crazy, David, because when you have skill players like they have on offense and guys that are so dangerous with the football in their hands, you almost feel as a play caller like anything I dial up is going to work. And you're seeing that early in this game. Balance, throwing, a beautiful run right there, everything working right now and going according to plan.
And they tacked on the extra point. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Imaliava floats it out in space. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. The Broncos trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking downfield as Imaliava makes the catch, and he'll be brought down. Have a day. We're in the first quarter, and already he's over 100 yards receiving.
This is ridiculous. Obviously, this coaching staff, they made a concerted effort and decision to get this guy involved in the game on offense early. They are doing exactly that.
Finds his tight end. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. And the Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Nico Imaliava throwing again. Got his man. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Here's Imaliava to throw. Working that wide receiver screen. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. And they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Hand off from the shotgun. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Back to the ground with the running back. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Boise State!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He's got great speed. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And so the Boise State offense comes out to go to work. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. He fought them off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Play fake, Nico Iamaleava. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Third down from the gun. Here's Nico Iamaleava. On target over the middle. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space. It's Young. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Broncos!
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he made the extra point without problem. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished with a 62-yard pass for the score. Coming out with it, it's Cole. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Gales offense onto the field. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up. There he goes. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he scores! Touchdown, Gales!
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Boise State ready to send out that offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. If they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Gales. Took it all the way back to the house.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Broncos will call on their punt team. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. They'll try the run. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Takes the handoff, it's Young. Oh, he's got some space. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down there.
Caught, and he's got room. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Throwing, Imaliama. Makes the grab, it's Bates. Touchdown, Broncos! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and he just has 4 now on the season.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Looking for a crease to the left. At the 35, he's loose. Racing down the left side. The 20. Past the 10. All the way. Touchdown, Gales. He scores for the 5th time in this game.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of...
Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Broncos! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This QB just has such a feel. He's so good with these design quarterback runs. He's patient. He allows the holes to develop. He puts his foot in the ground, and in the open field, he's as dangerous as any ball carrier in the country.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Out out of the end zone. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Back to the ground game on the left. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked. Good run and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Lofts one deep down the right side. Makes a deep grab. Touchdown, Gales. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That drive a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offense to start the drive. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to...
He lobs one high down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Boise State.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
He'll bring it out. It's Cole. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. The run to the left. Looking for room at the 40. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45, out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Going with the ground game left. Here's a little room there. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Here's the give off the left side. Turning it on! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Now the Gales come to the line in the hurry-up. Nice move to keep running. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Gales. He's in the house for the 6th time in this game.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Iamaleava. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making...
Maybe some room here. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Broncos.
That textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing. You need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air on first down. He slings it deep to the left. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Men, Week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. We begin with a look at Missouri, taking on the number 5 team, the Tennessee Volunteers. And it's the Tigers with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. It gets them to 4-1 on the season, and it's got to be looked at as a solid start. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. And now back to your game in Boise. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Albertson Stadium.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Catching up with the Gales head coach, he is thrilled with how this running back is performing to start the game. Late in the season, he is starting to build some momentum as we talk about the Heisman Trophy candidates, but he is doing it with his performance on the field, remaining consistent and dynamic. I'll keep you posted how he continues to strive here in the second half. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And so the Boise State offense comes out to go to work. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Play action. Iamaleava got his man on the right. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. And the Broncos can really attack on this second and short. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They'll run play action. Working the middle. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. The Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Brown. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Broncos look to keep this drive humming. Here's Iamaleava to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The run from the shotgun.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Iamaleava from the gun on third down. Got a man in the middle. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Can't hang on. It's incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. He got it beat down in bounds.
Really nice job by awareness, too, from that guy. He's working the back line of the end zone. It's so easy to step out of bounds there, but he knew where it was, and when he made the catch, he made sure just to get one toe down to secure the TD.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. After that kickoff, the medical staff is out there to tend to the injured player. Looks as if it's the junior linebacker who's still down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. Here comes the Gales offense onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. There he goes. The 40, inside the 30, the 10, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Gales. His 8th touchdown of the game.
And sometimes you live by the blitz, and sometimes you die by the blitz. And right there, great job blocking it, understanding it was coming. And then somebody had to make a play in space, and he took it a long way.
You're right, David. It's always a risk by the defense. And if you don't have good gap integrity with the blitz, then the offense can pop one, and that's exactly what happened on that run. Everybody up front not getting flustered, just staying in their tracks, getting their blocks, giving their running back a lane. He uses that speed, and that's just not a touchdown, man. That is a long highlight reel TD.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Imaliava on the play action. That's caught. It's Wagner.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
They'll give it to him again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. 3rd down in the gun, Imaliava. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. And the Broncos send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt, wants to make a play. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He's in open space downfield, turning it on. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try the left side. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on 3rd down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Makes a catch, 1st down and maybe a lot more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Really nice 1st down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Might have a chance. Headed to the end zone. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the third. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity. He's going for the goal line, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gales! That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Throwing, Iamaleava. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Iamaleava. Looking deep down the right side. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Broncos with the 1st and 10. Again, it's Iamaleava. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the Broncos go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Iamaleava makes a catch. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Broncos want to crank the tempo. Gonna look downfield again. Hit as he throws. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
Here comes the Gales offense onto the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Gets it out to the 16-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw on 1st down. Lofts one high and deep. He's got it on the right. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Gales. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the... a little further. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Unloads to the wideout. That's caught. It's Brown. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Broncos come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Saying in the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Broncos, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Throwing, Iamaleava. Fires on the move. Got a man. It's Wagner. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits the uprights. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Norris. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Here comes the Gales offense onto the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week. And
oh, there's an alley to the left. The 30. He's at the 10. To the house. Touchdown, Gales. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That drive took no time at all. Couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They're testing the right side here. And they'll pick up just a few on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the ball game. Well, the dreams of an undefeated season are over. Certainly an accomplishment to make it this far, but this week in practice is probably going to be pretty interesting.
It's going to be very tough after suffering that loss, but you wonder, David, if this might be a blessing in disguise for them, because sitting here at one loss late in the year, their college football playoff hopes very much alive still. Now, can they turn this into a positive and get back on the horse?
And we've seen that in recent years, right? Like you saw Ohio State. They used a late loss to catapult them. They had so much energy and so many doubters and haters that propelled them.